Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. I like this mug. Yeah, this mug, it's very to do with the ship we're building right now. I mean the boat. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way I turn it. It's got submarine stuff all over it. So I guess we'll turn it this way, right in the middle. You can see the conning tower. All right. When I got up this morning, I instinctively reached for my bus depot shirt, and then I thought, no, you know what? That motorcycle shirt that Anna gave me was so comfortable. I think I'm going to wear it again. And another reason I'm going to wear it again is because we got an email from Gabe. You know, Gabe swabs and the painting and all that kind of stuff. And it turns out he has been very busy. I was wondering why I hadn't heard from him. And I thought, well, you know, Pete, I think I alluded to this yesterday. Everything comes to an end. Life moves on. It was just a coincidence. And he commented, or sent me an email. It turns out that he is helping some model manufacturer in the UK design little parts for one of their kits. I mean, we did not realize how lucky we were to have somebody so talented sitting here at the model table with us. Yeah. So that's why we haven't heard from him. He's been busy. It'll be interesting to see, what all he designs and what kits it's going to actually go into and stuff like that. I'm sure he's going to keep us posted. At least I hope he will. And he was showing me. He sent a picture of a stove that he had designed for a particular wooden kit, and this wooden kit. I'm thinking it made me want to go out and buy a wooden kit. You know, I thought, gee, that looks like a lot of fun. The only problem is, it was of an old sailing ship, and it was going to be huge. Like I think it was, he said about 800 millimeters long. Well, that's like those. They're about 800 millimeters long. So this would be a huge model in wood. But can you imagine the rigging involved in that? That's sort of New York Jason's expertise. Yeah, he's good at that kind of stuff. He hasn't posted anything recently, but he did post something that he did a couple of years ago, and I was very impressed with that rigging, especially the fact that what Jason had done is he had braided. I forget the technical word for that. He had braided his own rope. Yeah, I think he made a little design. I used to know the name of that machine that wound the rope, you know. How did we get onto that? Okay, what we got to do here today is continue on. Our little part that we painted yesterday is dry now. I think it's probably safe to break it off and put it in the tin with the other pieces and get it in the appropriate place. The weather outside, the street is still wet, although it is not raining at the moment. I don't see any little droplets bouncing off the top of my car out there. Like yesterday, it was raining so heavy I almost thought it was going to dent my roof. I think I mentioned I was setting up to show it. It might have been almost a hailstorm coming over. It was just pouring, and the roar on the roof. Oh yeah, summertime. Yeah, well, that's what's going to make the flowers grow. Isn't there some sort of a poem that goes about April showers bring May flowers or something? Well, this is May. We don't want any April showers now. We want the flowers. Yeah, I want to get out on my bike. But that's okay. There's no rush for that. It's not a have-to thing. It's not like I needed to get myself to work or something like that. So now our walkers did come by this morning, and as you probably already seen, and you also, as you probably noticed, they found something on the walking path there that they were looking at, and I remember when I saw this earlier. I just happened to see it earlier, and I was watching it, and I thought to myself, I want to jump on my e-bike and go up there and see what was it that they saw that was so interesting on the. I think Bridget picked it up and threw it off to the side. Anyway. Doesn't take much to amuse me, does it? Let's see if we can get ourselves reorganized here. Drop down a few more pieces. I don't know if we're going to video all of them. I think what I'm going to do, though, is this large piece here. Oh, my glasses. Got to tell you an interesting story. It's more pathetic than interesting. And so yesterday I'm wearing this shirt, and I put my glasses on like you see them right now, because there's no pocket here. And so I put them on, and then you know where this is going, right? A few minutes later, I'm looking for my glasses, and I am looking all over for my glasses. Okay, and then probably after 2 or 3 minutes of this, and they're not. Then I remember, oh yeah, they're right here. So, but here's what's even more pathetic. I set my GoPro down yesterday. I had it in my hand. I think oh yeah, it was after I did Missy the dog. So I had it in my hand, and I was bringing it out here. And on my way out here, I set it down on that little table that's beside the door. That's beside the scooter. I got this little table that my kids used to play on it when they were little, and right now it's loaded with junk. And I set it down on there for some reason. And I can't remember why, and it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'd forgotten that that's where I'd set it. Well, don't you know, later I'm looking for the GoPro, and I'm looking all around. It's not on the table where I usually put it. And I'm thinking, well, what was I doing? What was I doing at the same time as I had the GoPro? And what I was doing was I was putting my other coffee cup in the microwave to warm it up. And I thought to myself, well, if it's not where it's supposed to be and everything, it must be in the microwave. I actually looked. I mean, this is getting really serious. You know how a person does absent-minded things. If it's nowhere else, it has to be in the microwave, because that's the place I haven't looked. Crazy. Okay, I did find the GoPro. So we're ready for Missy the dog when she comes by, which is probably going to be within the next 45 minutes. Yeah, poor Missy. She's getting herself all wet out there, and at least she's not shivering. If she was shivering, I think Max would take her in the house. But okay. Mind you, it is 7.1 Celsius. That's not too bad. Okay, we've talked about everything here, haven't we? Let's recompose and actually drop some parts down. Maybe we'll do that little piece that I just broke off Gabe Swab here. Oh, and Gabe, thanks for getting back to us. I'm very humbled and honored that somebody of your expertise is willing to take out their time and help us out here. Okay. Now, as near as I can tell, this piece is perfectly square. I didn't measure it, I'm just eyeballing it. But it looks to be perfectly square to me. So, in other words, it doesn't matter which way it goes on here. Yeah, that seems to lock into place. Okay. Let's put a little bit of... Okay, now keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. problem is sometimes when I'm handling this stuff, unless I'm using self-locking tweezers, I have a tendency to let go of it. Now, I do believe that is in the exact right place. Let's not start smearing it around now. Just let it meld itself. So, yeah. Now, if you will recall, yesterday I was mentioning that if I was to try and glue this in place, it goes right here, only 180 degrees turned around. And I was afraid that if I was to glue it in place, what's going to end up happening is that the, see, where's Tony's tweezers here? Oops. Okay, I'm using Tony's tweezers because they got these rubber things on the ends here, and they're not going to scratch my white paint here. It's kind of hard to grab hold of. It is so small. Some people really like working with this really small stuff. I don't know if I would say I like it. I find it interesting. I wonder if maybe I should have used the self-locking tweezers. You know, I guess I used to have a pair of self-locking tweezers that had this shrink wrap on it. But, okay. So it's supposed to go in like this. And it's supposed to be suspended in the air. Okay, like if we have it like that. No, wait a minute, I got it upside down. It's the wrong way. Ron. Okay. There we go. It's supposed to go just like that. Now, I'm thinking that possibly I can, if I was to get some glue on there and soften the plastic, and then soften the plastic where this, of the end of this part. Let's just try it and see what would happen. Maybe I should be slipping on the macro lens. Yeah. Okay. Good old macro lens. Okay, now this surface that we're putting the glue on has got paint in it. But I think if we let that sit for a little bit. Now I'd like to show you me doing it, but I'm putting some on the end of the part that is going to glue to that, and we'll let the two pieces sort of soften. It's going to take a minute or two. Wait until it almost dries. Okay, I just want to show you what I want to try to do here. Hope let's not bump it out of the field of view. I want to make sure I got my angle right. No, I got to change this. Okay, I think I can get it in like that. You can see now where the paint has started to, I don't know what you'd call it. Now, I'm hoping that this will be sticky enough that after I get this in here, and when I let go of it, it will stay at that. No, it's not going to. I had to reposition my tweezer here. It almost does. Whoops. I'm going to scratch the paint off it. Okay, there. That is almost perfect. Okay, let's just turn the camera off now, and we'll let that dry. And then when I'm putting the LED in this hole here, I'm going to want to be like super careful. You know, you can see where I sort of scratched the white paint there. Well, I think I can probably touch that up with a brush later. Let's see if I can get to the door before Missy rings my bell. Oh, there she is. And we get a cookie here for her.
Good morning, Uncle Ron.
Good morning, Missy. Good morning, Max. It's kind of wet and miserable like yesterday.
Yes. But maybe tomorrow is the motorcycle day.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Whoops. Oh, you can't reach it. You can't reach it. Well, I can.
Boy, the grass is becoming beautifully green and thick.
Yeah, at this time of year, the grass grows really fast. Yeah, you're such a good girl.
She had a stressful day yesterday worrying about money.
Yeah, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. You know, this GoPro is waterproof. As
Wow.
long you can actually throw it in a swimming pool and go underwater with it.
Man,
So
that's an amazing piece of technology for something that's so small.
yeah, it is. You know, like I happen to see movement in my surveillance system, and I all I had to do was just pick it up and push the button, and it doesn't work really good though. In fact, it doesn't work good at all for close-ups. But for something like this, it's really good.
She's soaking it all in this morning.
Yeah, you're just loving this attention, aren't you? Okay, there you go. Now you can go in and get dried off. You're starting to shake.
She hops on her mother, tries her paws. If I don't see you sooner, I'll see you at 3:30.
At 3:30, okay?
Yeah.
Or noon, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Bye, Missy. Bye. Now, it could be that you can't quite see that, but I'm putting it onto a positioning peg, you might call it. Now this piece goes right here. But I was noticing when I was going to put glue on the bottom of it that I've got a lot of CA glue stuck in the mounting hole. So I'm going to have to try and clean that out of there first. Otherwise it's not going to want to, I don't think it's going to want to go down. Yeah, I'm just going to take out a minute and chip that out of there. Okay, this is not chipping out easily. I got most of it out. I think that we can probably get this piece now to basically fit on that peg. Yeah, I can sort of feel it. It's locking in place there. So we're just going to have to make the best of it. Maybe the thing to do is just let the glue run down underneath and wick its way. I'll just put it at the top here. I'm sure it's running down and going to do the melding thing. Okay, put a little bit of pressure on it here. Yeah, I can tell by the feel of it that it's sort of melding. It's got that sort of, oh, don't break the wheel off now. Okay, let's just leave it. It's not going to fall off. Come on. Okay, that should be a nice strong weld because I did put extra thin on the bottom of that base, so it's pretty sticky. You know, we're almost done. Okay, we've talked about this piece before, and it is keyed, and it goes in this hole right here. I'm thinking that maybe it might be a good idea to glue this in and then put this part in afterwards. Because I think that this is part of the periscope, and it is supposed to it has to be orientated one way or the other. If you can see the way the peg does not appear to be keyed, so you could conceivably put it in the wrong way, like 180 degrees the wrong way. So I think what I'm going to do here is try and get this down and just glue it in. It seems that now maybe it's pushing onto the table here, and that's why it won't go down very far. Or let me lift this up just a little bit here. No, it won't go down any further, so there must be something underneath there locking it. I'm just wondering if maybe I should just leave it the way it is and take some extra thin and just let it wick its way around, sort of on the blind side here, like over on this side where you can't really see if there's any bleeding from the... Okay, now that should wick its way around. Yeah, you can actually see it there. It's gone all the way around. So that's going to be a, you know, once that dries, it's not coming out. Now we'll determine which way this has to go. I just have to check the manual because I can't remember. It either goes this way or it goes this way. Obviously, we're looking at it from the other side now. And I think that maybe before we try to put this piece in, the best thing to do is just let this piece that I just put in completely dry. Because right now I've got it adjusted so that it appears to be in the right orientation to the plane of the roof here. Okay, except for dropping the periscope in place. This is the last piece. And I was doing a dry fit just a little while ago. It does fit into place, but notice that there's going to be an LED coming out right here and an LED coming out right here. Excuse me, just let me remove this here. This is the only way it can go, so I know that I've got it in the right place. I guess it's supposed to appear to come out from the bottom of this box, and I don't know if this is going to eventually end up joining up with something. Yeah, I guess it'd be something, but maybe there's a little hole or something here on the end of the bulkhead that we're going to be sticking on here afterwards. Well, let's glue it down the best we can here, I guess. I think the thing to do is just, we know it's going to be making contact in these holes here. But as far as the other contact places go, we don't know where they are until we actually, get the thing fitted in place here. No. Okay, this would have to... It just does not want to seem to go in all the places at the same time. I wonder, would it be maybe a good idea to let this dry right here, and then, well, yeah, it almost dries right now, and then hold this up. Whoops, it was. Yeah, I think maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hold it down there. Maybe if I was to put a little bit of CA on this rib right here and let the pipe glue to that rib, and then it won't break loose as easy. I know that looks pretty awful, but we're not going to see that, and it's going to give it a little bit of strength here, so that when we push this into place and hold it there, it's not going to break loose where my finger is right now. At least that's my thinking at this point. Okay, maybe while we're waiting for our pipe connections to dry, it might be a good time to start thinking about the decal that has to go in this piece right here. And the decal goes right in there. Yeah, this should be fairly easy to mount. Okay, let's find that decal, see what it looks like. According to the painting and marking guide, we need decal number 35. Okay, I can't see it too good now, but a moment ago I could see blue sky right here. And now I'm seeing dark gray clouds again. I was thinking for a moment there it might be going to clear up, and anyway, also I got another little problem here in that I've got a little red wheel here that I don't know where it goes. And I've checked the manual, and anyway, I guess maybe I cut off one too many. That's possible. Okay, we're going to have to wait for our decal until tomorrow. What do we got here? 12:45. You heard my neighbor say this morning that he's going to see you at 3:30. Well, he's coming over for coffee at 3:30, so I want to take my time and get everything all done up and edited and do my special effects and all that kind of stuff. I have fun doing that. Anyway, we'll take a real good look at this after it's completed. It looks like it's going to be okay. It looks like we should be able to pry this pipe into place after all the glue is cured, and yeah, it should be okay. If anybody knows what that extra wheel goes, in the comments below. Yeah. Oh, and that lock you see over there, I want to put that on the bike box this afternoon if I can get out. And right now it looks like maybe I will be able to get out and do something on the bike box. Also on the bike box, you know, around the door, I want to put that weather stripping so that when the door is shut tight, it seals it. Kind of like the way a fridge door is. It'll be something like that. Maybe I'll show you. I will take you on my first ride. I'll wear the GoPro on my chin, and all being well, we'll video the first ride. And probably most of the rides will be videoed, but they may not all be posted on YouTube. Because they're all going to be the same. You know, well, yeah, I might go different places. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits here for this afternoon. I had thought we were going to be able to turn the page on step 27 here and go to 28. Silly me, right? Always little things that slow you down. Fun things, right, fun things. I'm not complaining, believe me. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.